Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Join us as we dive into the world of Disastrous Necromancer, where we'll unravel the mysteries of Lin Moyu's quest to become the strongest. From hidden secrets to epic battles, we're here to give you an exclusive look at the story before anyone else. If you're a fan of fantasy, necromancers, or just love a good adventure, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like, comment, and share to support the channel, and make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss a chapter. Let's start the journey.
Power of rules? Lin Moyu was slightly surprised, but it didn't quite feel like it. Lin. This power wasn't the power of rules, it felt more like the power of an ancient swordsman. But now, it also included the power of the laws of immortality, intertwining to create a new balance. Looking at the gas ball blocking his way, it seemed weak but prevented him from moving forward. The bone hell covered it, and 4 Golden Eagle clan slaves at the 4th rank of God Sovereign charged out, attacking the gas ball. But the attacks had no effect. The gas ball absorbed all the attacks without moving. The power of a God Sovereign couldn't shake this small gas ball. Can't get through? Lin Moyu frowned, thinking slowly. At the same time, he opened the Eye of the Soul, carefully observing, not missing any detail. The power of the ancient strong was immense, and even after so many years, it remained strong. But the power of the laws of immortality was also not weak. Otherwise, the two sides couldn't maintain balance. Lin Moyu tried to approach the gas ball, slowly reaching out to touch it. The gas ball was soft, like cotton. But as soon as Lin Moyu applied force, the gas ball absorbed all the power and rebounded, pushing his hand away. It was the same every time he tried. Lin Moyu stepped back a few steps and took out the ancient talisman jade piece. The ancient talisman jade piece glowed in Lin Moyu's hand, causing the surrounding space to collapse layer by layer. It had been a day since he last used it, so he could use it again. Lin Moyu originally wanted to use his original spell to enhance his realm. But after thinking it over, he decided not to use it. If the power left here and the ancient swordsman came from the same source, using his original spell might trigger some adverse reactions. Ancient strong beings couldn't be confirmed to be alive or dead. Moreover, ancient swordsmen had the ability to traverse time and space and pursued the power of origin. Lin Moyu didn't want to provoke them, at least not now. Lin Moyu injected his God King 6th rank soul power into the jade piece, trying to activate the ancient talisman. The ancient talisman glowed, its power gradually increasing. He then injected his remaining power of belief into it. Now Lin Moyu realized how quickly the power of belief was consumed. It could be used up in just a few moments. The ancient talisman flew out, transforming into a giant fist. The power of rules continuously emanated, and the attacks around the giant fist kept collapsing. However, this time the ancient talisman giant fist was much weaker than the previous 2 times, only equivalent to the 8th rank of God Sovereign. The ancient talisman giant fist flew towards the gas ball, silently merging into it, and then the giant fist disappeared without a trace. Is it over? Lin Moyu was stunned by the unexpected result. It was too surprising. An all-out strike equivalent to the 8th rank of God Sovereign, with the power of rules, should have caused some reaction. But it disappeared without a trace, like a mud ox entering the sea. It seems that forcing through is impossible. Even a boundary realm strong being might not be able to force through. Lin Moyu's eyes showed deep thought, but he didn't plan to give up. The Eye of the Soul continued to observe, rapidly consuming soul power, as he studied the gas ball inch by inch. The gas ball contained the power of life, the power of death, and the red lines, all intertwined in a perfect balance. After a long time, Lin Moyu's eyes flashed with insight. If I break the balance. If it were other types of power, Lin Moyu wouldn't be confident in breaking the balance. But with the power of life or death, he was very familiar. With a flick of his finger, a wisp of pure white life force flew out, entering the gas ball. With the new life force added, the gas ball reacted, starting to churn violently. It works. Lin Moyu was delighted. After churning for over 10 seconds, the gas ball calmed down again. Lin Moyu knew it worked, but the life force he used earlier wasn't enough to completely break the balance. He then released a life force 100 times stronger than before, causing the entire gas ball to boil. It looked like water poured into boiling oil, reacting extremely violently. The balance was broken, and the gas ball kept deforming. A few seconds later, a powerful pressure burst out from behind the gas ball. A strong wind accompanied the pressure, like a place that hadn't seen daylight for countless years suddenly connecting to the outside world. A hole appeared in the gas ball, and Lin Moyu quickly slipped through it. The gas ball continued to deform behind him, and an ancient, vast aura greeted him. He had entered a place no one had ever been before. Lin Moyu was certain that even Boundary Realm strong beings hadn't been here. For countless years, he was the first to enter this place. In front of him was the rock body of the strange star, extending upward like a cliff. The wall had huge spiderweb-like cracks, with 8 entrances. 8 entrances, some right and some wrong. What seemed like a difficult choice to others was no problem for Lin Moyu. 80 skeleton god generals appeared, 10 for each path, and they ran in. If there were more forks inside, they could handle it. Mazes were never a problem for Lin Moyu. Through the feedback from the skeleton god generals, Lin Moyu quickly understood the internal situation. The passages were winding and twisting, leading downward, seemingly to the core. Judging by the cracks at the entrance, Lin Moyu felt that someone had punched out these passages. The force of that punch reached the interior of the strange star, creating maze-like paths. The owner of that punch was incredibly strong. Lin Moyu wondered if the one who punched and the one who cracked the strange star were the same. The pressure inside the passages was even stronger, and it grew darker. The interior of the strange star should have light, with the laws of immortality presenting gray and white colors, but it was extremely dark now. Fortunately, the undead vision of the skeleton god generals wasn't affected, and they could still see. The skeletons quickly advanced through the spiderweb-like passages, encountering many strange creatures. All the strange creatures in the passages were at the minor god sovereign level. Unfortunately, they encountered the skeleton god generals, all at the god sovereign level. The strange creatures were quickly killed, turning into crystal stones. Lin Moyu wasn't interested in the crystal stones, he wanted to find what he was looking for quickly. If I'm not mistaken, the 2 extremes of the laws of immortality are inside. With the continuous exploration of the skeleton god generals, the internal situation of the passages became clearer. The 8 entrances eventually converged at one point. This point was over 10,000 kilometers from Lin Moyu's position. The winding paths led to countless passages, ultimately converging at the end, forming a deadly trap. This showed the ancient strong being's incredible control over power. The internal situation of the passages was clear, and there was no danger. Lin Moyu entered the passages, heading towards the end. At the end of the passage, a shrunken strange star was shining brightly. Lin. It was half gray and half white, giving it an indescribable beauty. In front of it, a blood-red giant fist was continuously bombarding it. The strange star shone brightly, blocking all the attacks. Seeing this scene, Lin Moyu immediately understood why the outside was so dark. Most of the strange star's power had been drawn here to resist the ancient strong being's fist. So, the interior of the star had become completely dark. The blood-red giant fist was the same, constantly drawing power from the outside to replenish itself. However, both were continuously drawing power from the great world, which allowed them to remain undiminished for countless years. Seeing the blood-red giant fist, Lin Moyu secretly rejoiced that no one had used their original spell earlier. Otherwise, it would have definitely triggered a reaction from the blood-red giant fist. The blood-red giant fist, in essence, was exactly the same as the swordsman he saw in the Maple Forest secret realm. Now he could also confirm that the blood-red giant fist and the ancient swordsman came from the same place. Ancient times hide great secrets. A thought arose in his mind as he looked at the shrunken strange star. The shrunken strange star was actually the 2 extremes. Only they could withstand the bombardment of the giant fist. Lin Moyu murmured to himself, no wonder I couldn't find it above, it was here all along. Now he naturally knew what to do. He needed to help the strange star eliminate the giant fist. The method was simple, just like what he did in the Maple Forest secret realm. As long as he didn't use his original spell, there wouldn't be any major problems. However, to be safe, Lin Moyu still used the Buddha Kingdom Lich. Amidst the Buddha's chants, Lin Moyu used the true sight technique to see the future. In the future scene, he confirmed that his method was correct. Putting away the Buddha Kingdom Lich, Lin Moyu stood aside and waited quietly. He was waiting for the ancient talisman Jade Piece to recover. The ancient talisman Jade Piece was currently his strongest attack method. Without using his original spell, it could unleash an attack equivalent to the 8th rank of a god sovereign, enough to destroy the blood-red giant fist. Previously, in the true sight technique, he had successfully dealt with the blood-red giant fist using the ancient talisman Jade Piece. Anyway, they had been fighting for countless years, so waiting one more day wouldn't make a difference. In the Divine City Star Domain, at the center of the high-level area, there was a circular city. This city was built in the starry sky, grand, ancient, and majestic. All the words of praise could be used to describe it without any awkwardness. The size of this city far exceeded that of a star, with a diameter of over 1 billion kilometers. At its base, there were 10 stars continuously providing it with energy. This was the Divine City, the city of the human clan. At the center of the Divine City, on the throne of an equally magnificent and ancient palace, a powerful being opened his eyes. Someone has entered the unknown land. Human Emperor, please contact Holy Sovereign Hao to come over. His voice was not loud, but it carried a terrifying pressure. A few minutes later, Holy Sovereign Wu appeared in the palace and saw the being on the throne. Holy Sovereign Tian, have you finished your spiritual journey? Holy Sovereign Tian on the throne nodded slowly. Holy Sovereign Hao, I sensed someone entering the unknown land. As he spoke, he pointed, and an image appeared in the void. The image showed Lin Moyu passing through the gas ball. Holy Sovereign Hao smiled. It's him. It's normal for him to enter. Holy Sovereign Tian asked calmly, Holy Sovereign Hao, do you know him? His name is Lin Moyu. Holy Sovereign Tian, you can check his information. As a Holy Sovereign, he could access any information in the Human Emperor network. After checking the information, Holy Sovereign Tian's calm eyes also showed a hint of surprise. I didn't expect such a genius to emerge in the human clan during my spiritual journey. Holy Sovereign Hao laughed. This little guy has already created too many miracles, so one more is not surprising. Moreover, I feel he seems to be connected to ancient events, repeatedly encountering them. Holy Sovereign Tian's eyes flashed with brilliance. Are you saying he might be the reincarnation of an ancient strong being? Holy Sovereign Hao shook his head. It's not clear yet, but I don't think it matters. There have been reincarnations of ancient strong beings before, but they didn't remember anything and were of no use. Lin Moyu is different. He is not only connected to ancient things but also very curious about them. I think we might be able to gain more information about the ancient world through him. He might even help us. That's why I decided to let him develop freely without any interference. Holy Sovereign Tian thought for a moment and then said calmly, you're right. No strong being can be interfered with. Wisdom, talent, luck, all are indispensable. If he needs our help, we can assist him. If he doesn't ask, we do nothing. The two Holy Sovereigns' thoughts aligned, and they agreed. Holy Sovereign Hao asked, how was your spiritual journey of 100 years? Did you discover anything? Holy Sovereign Tian said in a low voice, I did find some things. I'm still organizing them. I'll tell you once I'm done. But during these 100 years, has anything changed in the human clan? Holy Sovereign Hao's smile grew brighter. There have been changes, but for the better. Another Holy Sovereign has emerged in the clan, and he has entered the path of the talisman. Finally, someone can create ancient talismans. Holy Sovereign Tian's eyes lit up with indescribable joy. Entering the path of the talisman is indeed a great joy. Tell me more. Holy Sovereign Hao recounted the story of the ancestor of the Shu family, who entered the path of the talisman and became the talisman Holy Sovereign. Holy Sovereign Tian marveled, not expecting it to be related to Lin Moyu. Holy Sovereign Hao also mentioned Lin Moyu's sister, Lin Muhan, whose talent shocked him. Not only him, but everyone who knew Lin Muhan was also shocked. Holy Sovereign Tian felt the same. Lin Muhan's cultivation speed is unprecedented. Holy Sovereign Tian said solemnly, Lin Muhan reminds me of a legend. Holy Sovereign Hao laughed. We thought of the same thing. If the legend is true, we might really have a chance. The two talked for a long time, discussing matters that only Holy Sovereigns were qualified to know. Lin Moyu waited for a day until the ancient talisman Jade Piece recovered. Soul power surged into the ancient talisman, and the newly gained power of belief was consumed again. The ancient talisman was activated, forming a giant talisman fist, which struck the blood-red giant fist. Fist against fist, the two collided. The blood-red giant fist couldn't withstand the talisman fist and was shattered into powder. The talisman fist continued forward, hitting the rock wall. The cave echoed with rumbling sounds, and the talisman fist disappeared after a few seconds. The talisman fist still couldn't damage the strange star. Lin Moyu took a deep breath. Without the obstruction of the blood-red giant fist, the strange star could gradually return to normal. He approached the shrunken strange star and released the laws of immortality. The laws of immortality split into two, falling into the corresponding areas. The shrunken strange star, which was originally the extremes, was now activated upon contact with the laws of immortality. The entire strange star shone brightly, and everyone on it was forcibly driven away by an irresistible force. Those who were originally inside the strange star were forcibly expelled at the same time. Lin. No matter what realm they were at, be it God King or even God Sovereign, they could not resist this force. They were driven away to a distance of 100 million kilometers, unable to approach any closer. The strange star radiated a dazzling brilliance, outshining the stars at this moment as the entire star system was reduced to shades of gray and white. Witnessing this spectacular scene, everyone's eyes were filled with shock. Does anyone know what exactly happened? It is said that the strange star contains powerful laws, but for countless years, no one has been able to comprehend them. Could it be that someone has comprehended the laws within and truly activated the strange star? As far as I know, the strange star is extremely peculiar and has never undergone any changes before. This anomaly must have a reason behind it. A pale-faced god sovereign whose soul had been injured growled, "I don't care about the reasons, as long as the strange star remains." His soul was injured, and only within the strange star could his soul recover. For the sake of survival, he would not allow anyone to take away the strange star. There were many who shared the same thought as him, willing to disregard rules for the sake of survival. But now, the strange star's transformation had not yet ended, so they could only watch helplessly. The brilliance of the strange star grew brighter and brighter, making it impossible for the god sovereigns to look directly at it. Immense waves of power swept over them, pushing them further away. The laws of immortality stirred the starry sky, even pushing away the nearby stars. Under everyone's watchful eyes, the strange star began to change. Originally, the gray and white colors within the star were distinct, with a massive crevice in the middle that almost split the star in two. The gray represented death, a hellish realm. The white represented life, a realm of hope. Now, the two colors were crossing over and merging with each other. The boundary between gray and white disappeared, creating a bizarre yet seemingly natural scene. Once the merging began, it became irreversible, rapidly blending until there was a bit of each within the other. The pure gray of death and the pure white of heaven were no longer pristine. The crevice in the middle also underwent changes as it began to heal. The wound that had plagued the strange star for countless years was finally mending. Everyone watched with eyes wide open and mouths agape, even the well-traveled god sovereigns unable to explain the changes unfolding before them. Many had researched this crevice but never gained any insights. Now, it was disappearing. At the core of the strange star, Lin Moyu used the ancient talisman fist to shatter the blood-red giant fist, then activated the strange star. Immense power surged into his soul world, with various insights about the laws of immortality rushing in like tidal waves, churning within. His comprehension of the laws of immortality rapidly ascended, and his realm was elevating. At the same time, he witnessed scenes recorded within the strange star. In the distant past, a powerful being wielding a staff appeared above the strange star. The staff grew larger in the starry sky, like a pillar striking the heavens, and smashed into the strange star, creating a massive crevice that nearly split it apart. Space shattered, and the strange star was knocked into a spatial vortex, flying towards a distant world. At this moment, another ancient strong being broke through the void, charging into the crevice and reaching the core of the strange star, unleashing a fierce punch. The strange star violently shook, erupting with gray and white light that forcefully repelled him. Then, at an unimaginable speed, the strange star shattered through layers of space and disappeared. The strange star flew through a bizarre world, absorbing energy from the outside while resisting the invading force during its journey. Lin Moyu didn't know how long it flew, only that its speed far exceeded that of light. Finally, it arrived in the current Xuanwu star domain and came to a stop. The crevice on it had also stabilized, unable to recover but no longer worsening or shattering completely. At that time, the Xuanwu star domain contained numerous planets. The strange star, an outsider, caused chaos in the star system upon its arrival. Countless planets were shattered by the strange star's impact, and even a star was struck. The reason the star appeared so dim was because part of its energy had been absorbed by the strange star. The scene faded, and Lin Moyu's consciousness returned to reality. The lengthy vision he witnessed had only lasted a few seconds in the real world. Lin Moyu murmured, "It's pretty much as I expected, that's how it happened." Two ancient strong beings, one after the other, launched attacks on the strange star. The one wielding the staff was stronger than the one who punched it. Those two ancient strong beings should be from the same faction as the ancient swordsman in the Divine City star domain. Judging from this, the great battle back then had an astonishingly wide range of impact. But why did they target the strange star? It's just a star, does it have some special property? Lin Moyu recalled the scenes he had witnessed in the secret realm, where the ancient swordsman and the ancient giant had also attacked the strange star during their battle. At the time, he didn't think much of it, assuming it was just a side event during the fight. But now, it seemed the strange star was also one of their targets. Another unsolved mystery. Lin Moyu sighed inwardly, feeling that the things he encountered were becoming increasingly mysterious. Although the mysteries kept piling up, Lin Moyu felt he was getting closer and closer to the truth. Perhaps one day, when one mystery was unraveled, all the mysteries would be solved. When all the mysteries were solved, Lin Moyu felt he might be strong enough to defy the heavens and alter the fate of his wife. The hope of doing so had never left his heart, and it was the driving force that propelled him forward. The insights into the laws of immortality continued to deepen, and his realm rapidly elevated. Soon, he reached the pinnacle of the 6th rank of God Sovereign, shattering through the bottleneck. Lin Moyu's aura surged as he officially stepped into the 7th rank of God Sovereign. Behind him, the illusory image of a strange star, half gray and half white, rose majestically. His domain of laws naturally unfolded, with the gray and white colors constantly shifting, life and death under Lin Moyu's control. For others to cross a single God Sovereign rank, it would take hundreds of years. Yet Lin Moyu accomplished it in less than a day. Such an opportunity existed in the great world but was exceedingly rare. To encounter one was an immense stroke of luck. As he entered the 7th rank of God Sovereign, the power of the strange star no longer flowed into him. The core's extreme points dispersed, returning to the surface of the strange star. Lin Moyu was also sent back to the surface. In less than a day, those 100 million kilometers away witnessed a spectacle. The crevice on the strange star completely disappeared, and the gray and white areas, which were once distinct, merged and became indistinguishable before separating again. The two extremes reversed positions, swapping places. No one could explain this phenomenon. Suddenly, someone exclaimed with wide eyes, "There's someone up there." Lin Moyu was bathed in the gray and white light, almost merging with the strange star. Lin. If one didn't look closely, it was almost impossible to notice him. At the moment they saw Lin Moyu, everyone had the same thought in their minds. Did he comprehend the mysteries of the strange star? A God Sovereign whispered, "A little guy at the God King realm, he looks very young, must be a genius." Another God Sovereign snorted lightly, "If the strange star is unharmed, then let him be. I would be happy to see more talents in the human clan." Everyone understood the implication of his words. Among the 10 people who came here, 8 were here to stabilize their souls using the strange star. If anyone tried to do something to the strange star, it would be a matter of life and death for them, and they wouldn't allow it. The God Sovereigns exchanged glances and made a decision. Before confirming that the strange star was unharmed, they wouldn't let Lin Moyu leave. Lin Moyu suddenly left the strange star and flew towards the crowd. With the help of the Lich of Light, Lin Moyu's speed reached 150,000 kilometers per second. All the God Kings present, including the minor God Sovereigns, were taken aback. Lin Moyu's speed was far beyond theirs. A God Sovereign whispered, "Very fast, indeed a genius." Although speed doesn't fully represent strength, it does indicate something. Lin Moyu's speed far exceeded that of the God King realm, at least showing that he could advance and retreat freely within the God King realm. Such individuals were generally considered geniuses. When he was still 1,000 kilometers away, Lin Moyu stopped. His gaze swept over the crowd, the gray and white light intertwining around him, and a gray and white star shadow rose behind him. The domain of the laws of immortality unfolded, instantly enveloping everyone. At the same time, Lin Moyu's voice rang out clearly, "I will heal your injuries, please do not resist." Being enveloped by someone else's domain of laws, everyone instinctively wanted to resist. But upon hearing Lin Moyu's voice, they suppressed their instincts. They all believed Lin Moyu's words, as they were all from the human clan, and with the human emperor network present, they weren't afraid of Lin Moyu doing anything. The domain of the laws of immortality was gray and white, filled with the power of death and life. With a thought, Lin Moyu quickly transformed the power of death into the power of life. The domain of laws was filled with vibrant life force, making everyone feel extremely comfortable. Everyone's faces lit up with joy as they felt their souls rapidly recovering. They all actively opened their soul worlds, allowing the life force to enter. Previously, within the strange star, their souls were nourished by the life force, but the recovery was very slow. It would have taken hundreds or even thousands of years. But now, it only took a moment. A moment's time was equivalent to hundreds or thousands of years. How could they not be overjoyed? The life force controlled by someone was vastly different from the life force without control. In just an hour, everyone's souls had fully recovered. Their auras surged, especially the God Sovereigns, whose pressure was astonishing. Some roared with joy, their voices echoing through the starry sky. Some growled, their long-standing pains now completely gone. When they came to their senses, they found that Lin Moyu had already left, not even giving them a chance to thank him. The god sovereigns looked ashamed, their faces red. Sigh, I've lived so long, yet I still judged a gentleman with a petty heart, how shameful. Indeed, despite our years of cultivation and reaching the god sovereign realm, we are not as good as this young man. Our human clan has such a talent, it is the fortune of our clan. But we don't even know his name, we can't even thank him. Perhaps we will meet again if fate allows. Lin Moyu left silently, not because he wanted to do good deeds without leaving a name, but because he hated trouble. He knew that once these people recovered, they would definitely surround him. Perhaps he could gain some benefits, but it was too troublesome and unnecessary. He took the teleportation array outside the star system and returned to the Xuanwu No. 1 life star system. At this moment, there were still half a month left before the Divine City opened. The journey to the strange star only took a few days. Lin Moyu decided to go to the White Tiger Star domain, where there was another strange star. To go to the White Tiger Star domain, he first had to go to the Xuanwu No. 3000 life star system. Only there was a star domain level teleportation array leading to the White Tiger Star domain. The distance between the Xuanwu Star domain and the White Tiger Star domain was as much as 100,000 light-years. 100,000 light-years referred to the shortest distance between the two star domains, the distance between their edges. This vast space of 100,000 light-years did not belong to the human clan. There were no human clan inhabitants, it was a paradise for star beasts. In the dark void of 100,000 light-years, there were no stars, no light, filled with the unknown and danger. Besides star beasts, there were countless mysterious realms and various dangers. Danger often came with opportunities, and some had gained great opportunities within. The best opportunities came from ancient inheritances. Some had obtained ancient inheritances within. Lin Moyu first thought of the land sword of the Sword Orchid God Sovereign and the eternal green sword of the Green Sword Taoist, both ancient inheritances. Many god kings and god sovereigns with level 5 authority would venture into the dark void, hoping to gain opportunities and rise to prominence. Upon arriving at the Xuanwu No. 3000 lifestar system, he immediately felt a different atmosphere. The place was filled with powerful auras, the auras of god kings and god sovereigns, intertwined in large numbers. In the Xuanwu No. 3000 star system, all were cultivators, no ordinary people. Even the weakest were god kings, as only those with level 5 authority were qualified to come here. God kings were everywhere, and there were many god sovereigns. A powerful army of millions was stationed here, ready to deal with star beasts that might enter the human clan's territory. After leaving the teleportation array, Lin Moyu proceeded along the road. Flying was not allowed here, only the army could fly in the air. Even god sovereigns had to follow this rule. To reach the star domain level teleportation array, one had to take a military warship. Star domain level teleportation arrays were difficult to craft, and the human clan had a limited number, considered strategic resources, all managed by the military. Lin Moyu was not in a hurry and followed the crowd. The place was bustling, with many people coming and going. Stalls lined both sides of the street, but there was little shouting, maintaining a quiet atmosphere. Communication was done through soul transmission. This was a simple market, selling various materials. Many items were obtained from the dark void, including star beast bones and other strange things. Some items could be identified using detection techniques, but some couldn't even be identified by detection techniques. Such items, even the trading center might not want, so they were sold here. Buyers and sellers had to negotiate prices themselves. The Human Emperor Network managed the place, prohibiting conflicts and forced transactions. Once a deal was made, it couldn't be reversed. Lin Moyu found it interesting. Despite being at the edge of the star domain, the power of the Human Emperor Network was strong, even stronger than in many lower star systems. Lin Moyu felt the power from the Human Emperor Network. His soul was so sensitive that he could sense things others couldn't. There was a reason for the enhanced power of the Human Emperor Network here. Using the Human Emperor Network to monitor the starry sky was more effective than some formations and magical treasures. Once a battle occurred, the Human Emperor Network could command and dispatch in real time, making it very useful. Zhu Qiwu once mentioned that if one day the power of the Human Emperor Network could fully cover the battlefield, then wars would become a foregone conclusion. Lin Moyu always felt that the Human Emperor Network was a very magical existence. Along the way, Lin Moyu used the detection technique over 100 times. He obtained a lot of information about various items, and in most cases, the detection technique provided the correct answers. Only a few times did the detection technique return an answer of unknown substance. These items were strange and peculiar. Some might be real treasures, while others might be ordinary trash, nothing special. As he was about to reach the end of the road, a giant warship appeared in his sight. This was his destination. Entering the warship, he would head to the star domain level teleportation array. Suddenly, Lin Moyu's pupils contracted. He saw a bloodline flying into the starry sky and disappearing. A familiar bloodline, exactly the same as the one he had seen in the Maple Forest Secret Realm and the strange star. Not only did it look the same, but even the aura was identical. An ancient strong being. Lin Moyu silently thought to himself, knowing he wasn't mistaken. The aura of an ancient strong being was very unique, carrying a distinct ancient and desolate feel, completely different from the current era. Moreover, this aura could only be sensed by someone with a soul at the boundary realm. Even a peak god sovereign couldn't sense it. Following the direction of the bloodline, he saw a stall. 8 items were scattered on the stall. The bloodline came from a fist-sized black iron piece. Lin Moyu approached the stall. The stall owner was a minor god sovereign named Du Dao. He slightly raised his head and glanced at Lin Moyu. Feel free to look. If you fancy something, ask for the price. Lin Moyu flicked his fingers, casting 8 detection techniques in succession. 5 of the detection techniques returned information about the items, all materials at the God King realm, and of high quality. The other 3 items returned no results. The black iron piece emitting the ancient aura looked about the size of a fist, pitch black like ink, indistinguishable from an ordinary iron piece. The other 2 items also looked like black iron, but their shapes were slightly different. However, Lin Moyu knew that these 3 items were completely different. The other 2 were likely useless trash. This is a fragment from the weapon of an ancient strong being. Lin Moyu speculated in his heart and calmly asked, "Do you want points or a trade?" Du Dao replied in a calm tone, "Either is fine." Lin Moyu nodded and asked, "Can I touch them?" "Go ahead." Lin Moyu picked up the 3 unknown items and examined them. All 3 items looked like iron pieces, but their weights were different. The material from the ancient strong being was noticeably heavier. As Lin Moyu picked it up, it flashed with a red light, and another bloodline flew into the starry sky and disappeared. This bloodline could only be seen by someone with a soul at the boundary realm. From the feel, he couldn't distinguish the differences among the 3 items. Lin Moyu put down the 3 items and said, "I want these 3 unknown items. Name your price." Du Dao looked at Lin Moyu, his eyes flashing with a thoughtful expression. He was clearly considering what price to ask for. Lin Moyu seemed like a novice but was eerily calm, making it hard for Du Dao to gauge him. After a moment of thought, Du Dao said, "1 piece of material at the God Sovereign realm, or 50 million points." To be honest, Du Dao's price was quite reasonable. Lin Moyu didn't haggle, he took out a piece of crystal jade. The crystal jade was a material at the God Sovereign realm, obtained from the Golden Eagle clan's army during the battle at the Xuanwu battlefield. Du Dao recognized the crystal jade, his pupils contracting. "This piece of crystal jade is too large. I can't find a match." The crystal jade Lin Moyu took out was about half a meter in diameter, far more than a single piece of material, enough to be cut into 5 pieces. Although it was the lowest grade of God Sovereign material, it was still valuable. Du Dao only wanted a normal piece of God Sovereign material, not expecting so much. Lin Moyu tossed the crystal jade to Du Dao and took the 3 unknown items. Lin Moyu said, "This piece of crystal jade is not just for these 3 unknown items. I also want to buy some information from you. Of course, if you don't want to tell me, that's fine too." According to the rules, once Du Dao accepted the crystal jade, their transaction was complete. So if Lin Moyu wanted to buy information, it would be a separate transaction. If Du Dao didn't want to answer, Lin Moyu couldn't force him, nor could he go back on the deal. No matter what, Du Dao wouldn't lose out. Du Dao didn't hesitate and put away the crystal jade. "What information do you want to buy?" "Where did you get these 3 unknown items? I want specific location information, preferably with a star map." Du Dao thought for a moment. "I can tell you the location, but I must warn you, it's very dangerous there." Lin Moyu smiled. "No problem, just tell me." Du Dao threw a jade token to Lin Moyu. "All right." The jade token contained the star map. The star map itself wasn't valuable. The information within it was. Lin Moyu didn't check it immediately, trusting that Du Dao wouldn't deceive him. Du Dao reminded him again, "I must warn you, it's really dangerous there. I didn't dare to go in. These 3 unknown items were obtained from the outside. I saw a God Sovereign level star beast go in, and only its head came out." Lin Moyu chuckled, "Thanks for the warning. If I go, I'll be careful." After speaking, Lin Moyu prepared to leave, but suddenly a voice called out. "Wait." The voice was clear and lively. Lin Moyu saw a beautiful female cultivator running towards him. In her hand, she held something like a mirror. The mirror was glowing faintly, likely a magical treasure. Lin Moyu looked at the woman's appearance, which seemed somewhat similar to Yu Zhu. Not only in appearance but also in attire. A member of the Yu family? Although she had hidden her information, Lin Moyu was 90% sure she was from the Yu family. The woman quickly reached the stall, first glancing at Du Dao's stall with a hint of disappointment in her eyes. She then looked at Lin Moyu. Junior brother, did you just buy something? Her voice was clear and polite. She was a minor god sovereign, and seeing that Lin Moyu was only at the God King realm, calling him junior brother was appropriate. Lin Moyu smiled. Senior sister, are you looking for this? Lin Moyu took out the 3 unknown items, and the mirror in the woman's hand immediately shone brightly. The woman nodded. Yes, that's it. Junior brother, can you sell it to me? Lin Moyu shook his head. No. The woman said urgently, the price is negotiable, but I really need this item. Lin Moyu asked with a smile, do you know what this is? The woman shook her head. I don't know, but an elder in my family is looking for it. Also, junior brother, your realm is not high enough. This item is more harmful than beneficial to you. Lin Moyu's eyes flickered, having a rough idea of who wanted this item.